All right, well, it seems like you're busy with something because you're forgetting to cut your son's hair. Look at him. He is beautiful, but look at his hair. When are you going to cut that hair?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem. That is some long hair.
You know, I have to say, it's amazing, right? You cut some people shave the head of their children. And people say, oh, isn't that terrible? Well, I don't even cut my son's hair, and they say, oh, my God, when is she going to cut her son's hair?
Right.
You know? Whatever I will do, I won't please everyone.
Right.
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one. Okay. So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still? Or is everybody like look at you and they're like, oh, wow, you know, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
I didn't know that I was coming up here just now. They tricked me. I'm not kidding. They're like, you just have to take this picture in this room, and I went in there, and then they just ushered me in here. So, hi, here I am. Sue, are you part of this? So, what's going on?
Joaquin, directly in front of you, Chris with GMA Philippines. The movie obviously is about the Joker, but it goes beyond that. It's really about the mental state he was in. Can you tell me a little bit about what research or what kind of what you did to prepare for this? Because this was really an intense performance. What was kind of the process of getting into that mindset?
Isn't this old news? Isn't this old news? Didn't I felt like I've talked about this for 6 months. What? I mean, right? I mean, I feel like I answer these questions. You wanted to get into like you want to hear a different version of it? I try and change it slightly, or what should I do?
Where do you see the character going if you come back?
What do you mean? Why?
Huh?
What do you mean, why?
I think there's some criticism that says like obviously going right into sequels is sort of just predictable and might undermine the exact reason why the film is so unique. I'm not saying.
No, I don't care who's saying it. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. I love whoever says it. Have you guys been here all night sitting in here?
Yes.
Is it all right or is it awful? Are you bored? Like, do they bring you food? Do you have drinks? Like, no, nothing? Do you have some food? Okay. There's more space in here than there was in there. So I'm not kidding. So maybe you're doing all right. And my publicist is telling me I just need to go home. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, were you asked to physically transform at all as Princess Leia? I heard they asked you to lose weight.
They did. They always do. They want to hire part of me, not all of me. So they want to hire about 3/4. And so I have to get rid of the fourth somehow.
So
the fourth
was this
can't
before
be
the first
me.
movie or before the bronze?
I made a joke.
I'm sorry, what was it?
The fourth can't be with me.
Oh, the fourth can't be with you. That's...
And I made it up just then.
You just made it up just
mind.
now?
Yeah, just for you.
Okay, wait.
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now.
Yeah, and people love to laugh. I mean, clearly that's why people love you. But they also know that you have some shock value to you. I mean, on the cover of your book, you're wearing a fur, and you knew that there would probably be animal rights activists.
This whole interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yes!
Shut up.
I'm talking...
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear. You're wearing fur.
You're wearing leather shoes.
I'm not an activist,
You're eating chicken. You're eating meat. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Come to me with a paper belt and I'll talk to you.
To work with each other, two beautiful ladies like you, two beautiful women, it's very hard to do this acting, especially on those days.
What do you mean?
Because we're so beautiful, are? Yeah, because sometimes on those days you start to be angry, to be furious, you keep fighting on each other. On those days, you know, it's not so hard sometimes,
yeah, I think
especially on those days.
I think there is some like stereotypes maybe that women are, you know, very catty on set with each other, but that doesn't really happen on our set. Does it happen?
Still wondering in this question.
Oh, I get, because I think that I can't tell. There's like, I feel like it's accidentally maybe a little bit misogynistic because it's like, you're so beautiful. What's it like having to do all that acting? I can't tell if that's the question, but if it is, it's insane.
Let's do
it. Despite the great beauty on the show, everybody is, you know, professional and talented and
very nice,
very capable. So I don't think that really anybody's thinking about something as meaningless as their beauty when they're at work, or certainly not this show.
Kind of becoming a bit of a sex symbol, which for some of your fans is kind of weird because we've seen you grown up on screen and now here you are, you know. So how do you feel about that?
I don't know. If anyone sees me that way, I'm delighted. That's awesome. Around the time of What If, the rom-com coming out, a lot of people were saying, you know, you're a really unconventional romantic lead. And so eventually I got bored of hearing that and I kind of picked someone up on it. So I was like, what about me is unconventional? Just exactly, like, tell me. And she said, well, I think it's probably the fact that, you know, we associated you with playing Harry and a young boy for so long. And my immediate response was, well, the male population has had no problem sexualizing Emma Watson immediately.
The fall on the way up to the stage.
Was that on purpose? Absolutely.
Was it a fall? What happened?
What do you mean what happened? Look at my dress. I tried to walk upstairs in this dress. That's what happened. I don't actually, I think I just stepped on the fabric and they waxed the stairs.
And if you can choose between being a god or a fish, what would you choose and which fish would you like to be? Sorry, I shouldn't ask those questions. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't want to be God, but maybe I'd love to be God's fish.
That's cool. We're almost writing poetry right now.
Yeah, almost. Not really.
It's not really good poetry, but it sounds like poetry.
Did you shoot Greedo first, or did Greedo shoot you first?
I don't care.
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cat.
If you could use makeup or your phone one last time, which one would you pick? Makeup or your phone?
Is this what you think girls have trouble choosing between?
Yeah. Can you really go anywhere without your cell phone?
Yes.
How long can you go without looking at Twitter?
Many hours.
Hours.
Many hours.
I don't believe it.
Absolutely. I have to do it. But, you know, when I'm at a dinner table, I like to be present and talking.
Good quality.
Eye contact.
Ladies learn. Listen and learn, ladies.
Boys learn.
Right now, we got our.
Have you seen the new?
Boys and girls, we can all learn.
Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think there was a question. We've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a
happy
question.
and I'm single, if that's what you were really asking.
So is that really coming up like soon or something?
It's in a week.
Oh shoot, see this is how I need to stay on the internet more.
So you weren't invited? I was hoping that we would see you.
Why would you think I'm invited?
I don't know, you met him.
Okay, you met me. You think you were coming to my wedding? Am I coming to yours?
I mean, you'll get the invite.
Oh, girl. Okay, well then maybe I should feel away.
Lasted how long?
9 years, 180 episodes.
You gave it up, right?
I did. So.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
Have I hurt you, Jerry?
Given interviews you've done in the past, your own sexuality seems a bit more ambiguous. Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?
What on earth are you on about? But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, were you able to wear undergarments?
You're like the fifth person that's asked me
Well, no,
that.
because
What is going on? Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
No, this is not a.
Is what I.
Is it inappropriate?
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
Hello.
Look amazing.
Hello, wow.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much.
You look like you've just come off like an island or something. You're very tan, very tropical.
I mean, you know, I'm ethnic.
Me too. So
It's just being ethnic. That's what it is. Allowing yourself to just be a woman.
Was the whole process painful physically for you to make this, because there's a lot of surgery involved, a lot of drugs involved, obviously, hormones, etc.
Yeah.
Was it challenging in that way?
And I just did my nose. I just got my breasts done. Just little things that I've always wanted to do. The
I
medication.
mean, you still your private parts are different now, aren't they?
I don't want to talk about it because it's really personal, and I don't know. I'd rather talk about my modeling stuff. I'd rather talk about being in W and being, maybe in Italian Vogue and doing fun stuff and showing people that after the transition, there's still life to live.
And what are you looking for in the next man?
Pardon?
What are you looking for in a man now to wear this cologne?
I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there.
To the Tony Stark character, and did you learn anything throughout the 3 movies that you made? And to Scarlett, to get into the shape of Black Widow, did you have anything special to do in terms of the diet? Eat some specific food or that sort of thing?
Like, how come you get like the really interesting like existential question and I get the like rabbit food question?
But here he is interviewing Anne Hathaway. Apparently, there was a picture taken of her when she was getting out of a car at some type of premiere. The guy who taken the picture got really low, took a picture of her crotch, essentially.
Wardrobe malfunction the other night. What's the lesson learned from something like that, other than that you keep smiling, which you always do?
Well, it was obviously an unfortunate incident. I think it kind of made me sad on 2 accounts. One was that I was very sad that we live in an age when someone takes a picture of another person in a vulnerable moment and rather than delete it and do the decent thing, sells it. And I'm sorry that we live in a culture that commodifies sexuality of unwilling participants, which brings us back to Les Mis, because that's what my character is. She is someone who is forced to sell sex to benefit her child because she has nothing and there's no social safety net. And so let's get back to Les Mis.
One of the most creative turns of a question I have ever heard, and I'm going to take it at that. That's fine.
You are in phenomenal shape.
Thank you.
You had to make sure you were in perfect shape for this one, didn't you?
It was about being able to do the stunts and the fighting perfectly.
What was that suit like? It had to be comfortable to wear, but it looked like it was so form-fitting, was it?
It was fine. I think Christian had it worse in the bat suit than I did. I didn't have my ears covered.
Is there a certain regimen you put yourself through in terms of the diet, the workout? What is the feline fitness regime?
It's just watch what you eat and get yourself to the gym.
Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
what's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
No, seriously. We have to talk about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
How frustrating is it when you're linked to another Hollywood star, and even if you've barely met them?
Very frustrating. Almost as frustrating as being asked about it.
Yeah, you don't like going there.
I mean, what's the point?
Wondering about, do you have a penis or not? My beautiful vagina is very offended by that question. Really? So you got a vagina? Now we all know that. Thank you.
Что? Зачем ему нужно делать кино? А что вы хотите, чтобы он делал? Ну что? Если он хочет делать, и он может, почему нет? Почему ты здесь?
Has something changed in the last 5 or 10 years for women in comedy? Because there used to be this myth that, women can't be as funny as men. I don't know if you've ever...
This question is boring.
I'm sorry.
I just feel like women who get really offended by people who say that women aren't funny they're probably not funny. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? If like